Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So Georgia Tech's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. There will be some clean, old-fashioned hate on display in this one, guys.
Yeah, how cool is that, by the way? That's the name of the rivalry. It comes up, clean, old-fashioned hate. You think they like each other? Absolutely not. Bragging rights all through the state of Georgia.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Snags it quickly on the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC, though that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They're trying, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dave.
Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. The Dogs left no doubt about who is king of the Peach State the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a beatdown. It wasn't close. And listen, Georgia's had a lot of wins in this series. Georgia
fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And the returner will be dragged down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that ball is picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Getting some heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here on third down for this offense. Looking to throw for it. He's got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the air. It's Rashada. Fires to the tight end. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. Georgia going back to work with another first down. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue.
Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen.
Open runway ahead. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Now on first down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Rashada. Quick strike complete. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. The give out of the gun. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On fourth down, going to the air. Finds his big tight end. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Looking to throw on second down. This time it's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Right down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Using the quick game. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And he breaks into the open. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. He's going to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
He's got him this time. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Poole. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Rashada. Throws to the tight end. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Fielded in the end zone. It's Donald. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, from Athens to Atlanta, there are some edgy folks and emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Dogs and Yellow Jackets.
The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Comes out throwing on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you got to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Coming after him. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Looking to the big tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Rashada. Unloads it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! And that one will put him up here in the second half. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, maybe.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Handoff from the shotgun. Running to Green. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
A lot of times when you think about speed, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can.
And they get the sack just like that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Rich legacy of tough guys in that Georgia defensive front. Bill Goldberg, Jordan Davis, David Pollock, and you're not running on these dudes right now.
No, they set the tone, man. They hunker down on that line of scrimmage. They anchor the point. Such big, beefy guys every single year. You better start with something else. The running game, that ain't going to work.
The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the return, it's White. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs! And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Wants to throw. It's Grishada. Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Trying to get to him. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. First down here for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks the tackle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quick pass on the jet motion.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I can tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Back to pass, it's Grishada. Quickly complete. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down, feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I love playing man coverage on the back end. Get in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone when they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He wants to throw here on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This defense has kept him backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Again, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. On the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further. Signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
On 3rd down, going up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The offense starts with a short field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
Yeah, it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays and you got to have scripts because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get first downs? How can we complete passes and get out of bounds to try to save some of this clock as we move the ball down the field?
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Pocket starts to collapse. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Finds his big tight end. He's stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing them in.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Grishada. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Open space at the 25. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The short hands, it's Taylor. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Quarterback empties his backfield. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
He wants a big play here late. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for him.